My name is Mervin. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for the Guru Counseling, the counseling teachers, and also the counseling staff that are involved. Because without them, this wouldn't have been possible. And go to the link if you haven't already, because this will really help you out throughout this week's course of talk. Yeah. So without further ado, I want to thank the participating college today, which is Uno. They will be presenting us with on the topic of 3D animation and game in digital era. So we'll be hosted by Mr. Sunny and also Dr. Cheong as well. So both of them are representing the Undo Academy. So without further ado, can we please pass the mic to Dr. Cheong first?
Hello, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Mervin, for the short introductions. So, yeah, good. Good afternoon, guys. And please allow me to share my screen right now.
For the students out there, if you have any question, just leave it in the chat box. Yeah. So
Yes.
we try to keep it conversational. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
All right. So, welcome to the Undo Academy. First and foremost, I would like to thank the school. Okay, give Undo a chance that give you guys introductions about our course, and at the same time, it's a really good chance to let you guys know about this career path. All right, and then in the last of the sections, we have Q&A sections. So yeah, I will see how to help you guys out. Okay, in the end of the sharing. And yeah, I'm going to start to introduce myself first, right? And my name is Hoi. Okay, I'm a 3D lecturer in Undo Academy, and at the same time, I am the head of department and the principal of Undo Academy. And I got more than 12 years teaching experience in 3D modeling and animations, etc. So if let's say 1 year I got 100 students graduate from my hands, that means within this 12 year I got more than 1,000 students. It's already in the industry. Yeah, so that's me. And yeah, I'm going to introduce the Undo. A lot of people might ask, hey, why this college, why this school call themselves Undo? It sounds really weird, but actually, UNDO, okay, we are not stand for anything. Indeed, it is exactly Undo, which is Control Z or Command Z on your keyboard. So this is actually a message that I want to tell my students, that don't be afraid that do something wrong, and actually you guys can just do something wrong on your computer or PC when you work. You can just Control Z or Command Z, just undo it. So this is also another message that I want to tell my student, that keep doing, don't give up. It seems like how artwork, animations, game were made. All these things is our passions, is our professional things done by a lot of time. It's not just like one button, finish, these kind of things. This is an introductions about Undo. Okay, we are established since 2011, and yeah, this is our website, undo.edu.my. We got double certifications, okay, for our student. One is the local diploma, and then another one is the UK diploma. That means our student, without go further overseas, they just study in Malaysia, but they receive the international diploma. And we are specialized in course in concept art, 3D animations, and game development. So all these words maybe sounds familiar, but you might also don't understand, hey, what is these things? What is concept art? What is 3D animations? What is game development? What is these things? And I will try my best to explain later on, one by one. All right. And in Undo, we are considered one of the well-known college expert in practical training. So what does it mean? Like in our college, we really train you in practical, because art, animations, game is not only just study. You need to train your hand to draw. You need to train your mind to be creative. All the course here in Undo is actually prepare for jobs and career. Okay, it's not only just a hobby. Okay, it's a career. 就是你的职业来的。So let me just tell you guys much more about what is this 3 things within here. A lot of people say, hey, why you have to 3 courses? How they related? Okay, I will try my best to spend a few seconds, okay, to enlighten you guys. Okay, let's say I want to make a cartoon. I want to make an animations. What you guys need from the beginning? Yes, probably you need to design. Okay, you need to design the character. You need came up some creative ideas, some crazy ideas, some fun idea. So once you got this kind of idea, you got the design. So and then the design, you need to draw this out. So that is the concept art. Okay, actually we don't call design, we call concept art. It's much more professional. So once the concept art is already done, then you bring into a 3D software. Okay, I'm sure you guys heard about a Blender, 3D software like Maya, these kind of things. That is a software that convert the 2D into a 3D form things. And then we also add the animations inside to make them move and run and acting, okay, in the software. So this is the animations. So the last thing is game. This is something extra. So what I mean extra, if let's say you want to make your animations to become a game, you want to let people download your games in mobile, Steam, Roblox, and so on and etc. You can try to convert those 3D modeling things into a game asset. And continuously, we can use a software like Unity, Unreal Engine, to convert these kind of things into a new game. So you can see the entire course in Undo. We got 3 different kind of category. Of course, the student don't need to study all 3 of it. Okay, this is just a pathline, a complete pathline, how animations and game start. All right, of course, later on, I will explain much more in the idea about your career. All right, so let's stay tuned. So yeah, before I go to talk more, why not I just show you guys some of our student showcase. So give you guys some idea what is concept art, what is animations, and what is game development. Here you go. And yeah, this guy is our mascot. We call it Andu-zai. It's Control Z. Animation. Concept art. Sculpture. game engine rendering. Game development. All right, so I hope these videos give you guys some idea and also inspire you guys like what's going on and what is concept art, animations, and game development. So now you guys got more idea, right? And the next question is how to find jobs, how these things earn some money to living, right? So don't be afraid. Spend a little bit of time later on. I will explain one by one. All right. So let me just introduce our educator. Of course, the entire school. Not only I'm the one who teaching. Okay, we got a bunch of the 3D mentor, we call it, and 3D artists from the industry as well. Yeah, I can see a lot of Lang Zai, Lang Lei over here. Okay, so hopefully you guys will meet them in the future. And of course, we have not only got the internal mentor, we also got external mentor. So what is external mentor? So you can see these three handsome guys here. They are actually working in the industry. Okay, they are not a full-time teacher in Andu. That means all these handsome guys here, they got the current knowledge, okay, for the industry, and then they came to Andu to teach our student. And Andu student we got the idea what's going on out there, and this is why Andu student artwork and the portfolio is par with the standard of the industry. In other way to say that is, yeah, our Andu student is much more easy to get a job. That's the secret behind. So of course we received some award last time. Yes, we got one to Digicon Japan for the animations contents, right, which is 2030. Okay, we lecturers not only teaching, okay, we work animations while we have free time, and then we submit our animations into Japan, and surprise, and we got award on that things. Yeah. So let's continue. Yes, if you guys wondering or want to see our latest student artwork or showcase, don't be afraid. Just go to our Instagram _academy. All right, just use your cell phone, give us some, give a like, try to follow us, and we got Facebook website as well. Okay, Facebook, not the website, the Undo Academy. Just search Undo Academy, you probably can find out. Yeah, I know I sound like a YouTuber. I see how. I'm not a YouTuber yet. All right, so now is the most important sharing with you guys. Career opportunity, 就业机会. A lot of people might confuse, hey, does concept art, animations, game development can get job? So where they can go, right? So you can see this is the chart. Okay, you can see when you graduate from Mandu, usually we call ourselves as a 3D artist. Some call themselves as animator or game developer. You can see we got 4 categories over here. Okay, the first one is the most easy to explain, cartoon or animations. And of course, we got advertising. Advertising industry needs 3D artists and need the animator as well, because they need to make the things move and run and do the animations. And of course, film. Malaysia actually got quite members of the film industry, okay, they need 3D artists. And of course, the last one, game industry. Okay, the game industry is one of the most higher and demand of a 3D artist. So these four category, mostly people will ask, yeah, which one is the best or which one is the most hiring? I would say the game. Okay, game industry is just like boom. This is like booming in Malaysia. Do you guys know why? Why game industry so crazy? Just getting up and up. I would say because of the pandemic. I'm not thanks about the pandemic, but this is the truth that when everyone stayed at home, what you're going to do? First thing, of course, you can study, you can work, and of course, you need to entertain yourself because you can go out, so you play game, right? A lot of people buy a lot of mainstream console, PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch. That's why it's make the game industry like booming, right? It sounds playful, but actually 3D animations in game is actually really professional career. I will talk more later on. All right, and of course in Undo you can we got 3 different category course that we let student to choose. Okay, I'm sure I don't need to explain what is this right now. Okay, we got concept art course, 3D animation course, and game development course. Hopefully you guys understand how they link together. But I'm going to dive deep, what they do, okay, what's going on for the graduate do, and how they contribute to each other. So I'm going to start from the concept art illustration course. So see what they do. All right. The career path for the concept art, okay, in Mandarin we call it 概念设计 or 插画. The most demanding career path will be called the illustrator. 插画师. So what illustrator do is like they need to illustrate the game art, game poster design, and art book. And all these illustrations is so called to pursue the people to buy the game because the art is so beautiful, the art is so nice to see, and yeah, probably can make audience, whoa, I want to play this game because it's so nice. So this is what their job do. Okay, it sounds like cheating, but yeah, it's how to cheat the audience eyes in order to look more interesting about their games and so on. Okay, of course, not only as an illustrator, you can see the second job, the most demanding job is as a concept artist. Concept art, you can become a concept artist. So what concept artists do is the character design. You can see my screen here got environment design. A really beautiful ladies here show off the design of a cloth, and then the last one also the detail inside the environment. This is something really, really important, and this kind of design and concept have to be established before we bring this thing into animations. So that's why animation game industry, they need concept artists to brainstorm, to design their things before we go to the animation and game productions. Here we go. For those who love to draw, this is the course for you. Okay, you got chance to draw some interesting art, interesting concept art, interesting game, maybe. All right, so let's jump to the next course. We have the animation course, or some people call 3D animation. But actually, it's the same thing because animation and 3D animation is just a piece of software. We mainly use 3D software to run and build the things inside. That's why we call 3D animation, right? So the most demanding job in Malaysia right now is a 3D modeler. You can see on top here, 建模师. We need a lot of 3D modeler because of the movie, the game, the animations. We need to convert just now the concept art. We need to convert those concept art into a model, that a 3-dimension model. And then, so once the model done, they can use these kind of things into their 3D scene, okay, into their 3D animations and 3D game, something like that. And of course, other than 3D modeler, the second most demanding job is animator. All right, animator sounds funny because not much people know about these positions. Animator. So animator is make the 3D model alive. Okay, to make those model move, walk, jump, fighting, talking, and so on. So we call them animator. For those who love to make things move, this is a job for you. I got a lot of friends there. They really like to see things move because they say, I make things alive. Okay, this kind of professional is really, really good. And the last course that I want to share with you guys, game development. All right, so this one I don't need to spend much time to explain what is game, right? You guys play a lot. I'm sure you guys play more than me. So if you're studying in game development, what you can do, okay? The first thing, we can call yourself as a technical artist, right? A lot of people say, hey, you want to make games. You want to make games, then you need to write a lot of code. Actually, yes, but in Undo, okay, it's slightly different. You're not only just learn programming. You need to learn art. You might learn how to draw, how to make concept art. You might need to learn 3D modeling and animations. And then you bring all these two things into your own games. At the same time, you also learn the programming. You learn almost everything in order to make a game. So in this course, it's considered one of the most heavy, I would say, because you learn almost everything from art to 3D, and then from 3D into a 3D, into game development. Okay, the game development, so far we are using Unity, okay, Unity, and then also we learn Unreal as well. All right, and of course you will learn how to become a game development. So this is what I already say. Okay, technical artist, you need to bring all these two things into game. This is quite demanding at the moment because a lot of game studio, they just got a programmer. They don't have someone who knows 3D. But you are different because you know 3D, you know animations, you know game. So we call them technical artists. So me myself is actually a technical artist. Yeah. So I teach my student how to bridge all these kind of things. And of course, you want to become a game developer. Yes, it's possible. I got friends who working in free time, and when he's back to home, he start to write his own code, make his own model, and then once he's finished his game, just put into Play Store, App Store, Steam to earn some side income. Right? So you can see, I'm teaching you guys. I'm not just showing you guys how we work. I just show you guys how we earn money. Okay. All right. So, and of course, in Undo, we got partnership a lot of company. Does it important? Actually, yes. See, why Undo need to partnership with all these kind of studio? The first thing is we need connections. We want to make sure our student, once they have finished their course here, they can get a job immediately. So they can contact us. Hey, teacher, I need to find a job, and I love to work on game. So from here, from Undo, we will introduce them. We need to introduce them. Yes, you can try to join this studio. This studio might suit you, suit your taste, something like that. So it's a relationship between student, graduate student, and industry to make sure that they can easy to get job, they can find job after study from Mandu. This is super important. This is also uh, uh, what your parents might ask. Hey, you study this one? Where to go? Actually, in Malaysia, we got so many great studio here. So this is why the last sections I'm going to share with you guys this studio. How Malaysia so awesome that we create a lot of things that you don't know. Okay, we see. All right, so this is some our student achievement. So after they graduate, where they go, so what they do, right? So the first studio that I want to introduce you guys is Grow Productions. Okay, Grow Production is one of the really strong, I would say really strong in art and cinematic. And yeah, I can see my student is graduate here. Does my head block my student? Hope not. Sorry, Preston. Why they love undo student? Okay, the first thing, they got skill. Okay, we learn from art, we learn from fundamental things, and what the course we teach is par with them. This is important. So let's check it out. What is the Grow Productions? I got a website here from Grow Productions, and yeah, I can see it's pretty awesome, man. Got a lot of things here. Wow. A lot of people can't believe that this is actually Malaysia, made in Malaysia, done in Malaysia, but it's true. Okay, so hopefully you guys spend a little bit time search about this website. Okay, grow-productions.com is 100% local work. Yeah, you can see it's leading animation studio in Malaysia. Cool. So yeah, this is their client. I would say awesome. I got a lot of students work inside. I love it. All right. Cool. Wow. Nice. Go check it out by yourself. And let's go on to the next one. Lemon Sky Studio. Lemon Sky Studio is one of the biggest game and animation studio in Malaysia. It's more than 200 right now. It's more than 200 artists at the moment. And if not mistaken, in Penang also got a branch, right? And what they do a lot of game and animations. That's why they need a lot of 3D artists from us. And yeah, I can go to the website. Okay, and this is actually their career site. So let me just click on what they have here. All right, it seems like they got a lot of awesome title. Let me show all projects here. Hopefully my internet is fast enough. Yes, wow. Mass Effect, Overwatch, Spider-Man, Adventure. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Final Fantasy 7 remake, The Last of Us. Wow, can you believe that? It's done in Malaysia. Of course, not the entire productions and game finished in Malaysia, but we take part. Okay, Malaysian, because we got very good art sense and very good productions line. That's why a lot of overseas company, they like to work with us. I think this is why the industry is booming in Malaysia as well. Cool, man. All right. So if you love to work with this kind of company, go to check it out their website. Okay, you can see this is their career. They are looking for a lot of animator. You can see that concept artists, as I already mentioned. In game, they need 3D modeler. All these things is just linked with our course, right? And game development, they need to hire a lot of game designer to develop their own games. Cool. All right, so let me just close. All right, so let's continue. Other than Lemon Sky, we got Passion Republic. Oh my god. Why my face like that? Passion Republic is one of the famous AAA games studio in Malaysia. So what I mean is AAA. AAA is actually it's a title. It's a title that mentioned about this game. They spend a lot of budget inside. They got a huge budget. They got huge kind like quality things for this game. Okay, we can head up to this website. You can see. Oh my god! Wow, we can see the quality. It's pretty awesome. And the website is passionrepublic.com. It's also fully a Malaysian studio. So go to check it out. Their works. Spider-Man. Awesome. Gears of War. Once again. Wow. So are you guys see some title that you played before? Maybe, right? League of Legends. Awesome. So yeah, if you like to work something AAA games, then you are in the right path. So this is where you start your journey. You learn art from us, especially 3D modeling, animations. Okay, if you like to work in this kind of company. Okay, so see what's going on. The next one. All right, so the last one we'll share with you guys is Bandai Namco. Not much people know about this studio in Malaysia. I know you guys know about Bandai. Bandai is actually a very, very famous Japanese company, Japanese studio. But yes, they are already inside Malaysia quite number of years. And yes, you can see our student also able to join inside to work with the game modeling things. Okay, so let's check it out their website, see how they work. Yeah, I can see all these is Malaysians. So this company is actually from Japan. They came to Malaysia and then they set up and hire us and hire our students, okay, to finish their game. I think it's pretty awesome. You can check it out. What they have been made before. Tekken, oh my god, Tekken 7. I know I sound like a reviewer. But that's the truth. I just want to share with you guys what's going on here in Malaysia. Okay, we are not living in jungle. Please keep in mind, we have a high standard and high quality of 3D things, 3D animation things in our industry. Okay, hopefully after today sharing, you guys can shout to your friend, shout to your overseas friend, hey, Malaysia actually got a lot of good things. We got a lot of awesome 3D art. Alright. Okay. So yeah, of course, I can't spend all the time to introduce one or studio one by one. Hopefully, I got more time to share with you guys in the future. Okay, but so far, what you can what is the student I show you guys is consider the good one, and they hire a lot. They hire a lot of our student. They like our student. Okay, so and this is also other student. Okay, they work in like advertising company, architecture company, advertising company, and so on. All right. So yeah, that's all for my presentations. So if you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, you can just type if you're not you are shy to talk about that, yeah, don't worry, you can use your phone to type your message, send our message, and we will try our best to answer your questions. All right, so make sure you guys ask those related questions are like what is concept art, so game and 3D animation, this kind of topic. Okay, please feel free to ask. I'm gonna see you guys later. All right. That still sounds like YouTuber. Maybe I should think about it. All right, see you guys.
That was a very informative sharing from Dr. Chong. A bit of an inception situation just now because I see you in the chat and then I see you another one in your presentation. A little bit of inception. Inception, the movie needed 3D artists as well. Just to say.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Do you have anything to add on, Doctor?
Well, I will just have to see the comments over here right now. Yes. Actually, Bandai is already inside Malaysia quite a number of years, and then just keep quiet. Oh my god, why they keep quiet? There got some few reason behind that, because you know Japanese, they are actually quite conservative, that they don't want to let people know their work is done by other people. These kind of situations, but time go to time, but they try to accept this. Indeed, in Malaysia, we got a lot of 3D animations and art things, but in Japan, they are more on a 2D things, the 2D drawing. I did ask before, and I have a lot of meeting with Japanese, and then they say, you can see in Japan, we got so many 3D things, but actually we lack of that kind of educations, actually. That's why they're really surprised at why Malaysia got so much awesome 3D things. That's why they came to Malaysia, and they set up the company. Of course, the Bandai is not the only Japanese company. I actually got a secret, not so secret, but you guys will see on news later. Actually, PS5 founder, which is Sony, is already inside Malaysia. Oh my god. Can you believe that? Why Sony has such a big company from the world around, and why they choose Malaysia, and why they contact us? I'm really surprised that my friend who joined Sony and they just give me a call. Hey, Hoi, we need your help. The Sony is coming. We need a lot of students. We need a lot of great artists from you guys soon. And then we have a great meeting between Sony Malaysia. But of course, they're not called their studio Sony. They're called Sony Entertainment. You guys can check it out on their LinkedIn. That probably is already here. And then next year, 2022, they will start their internship. That's great news for all the Malaysian students. All right.
Danny did ask a question.
Yeah.
No, it's the Danish Chan. He did ask Danny Ka, sorry. Will they teach us how to make manga?
This is actually a good question. You see, what is manga means? Manga means comic art. So unfortunately, I would say in Malaysia, we are not much manga things, because you guys buy comic gomba things? Not much, right? Everyone just look at their cell phone, look at YouTube and so on. That's why I would say for right now, to answer Danny, manga, not yet.
But I think the concept of manga, applying manga into animation, is very very suitable topic here, because like I know a lot of students here, they know the anime One Punch Man. Well,
Exactly.
the animation actually started as a manga online, as a web series online, and then it was just a very sketchy drawing, and that drawing needed to be translated into animation before it become what we know today. So it did needed animators, it needed concept artists to make that alive. So I think in that sense, yes, manga, you will touch a bit on that, but then not necessarily on the manga itself, but you'll maybe touch on the end process a little bit. Am I right, Mr. Chong, Dr. Chong?
Exactly. Exactly. In Malaysia, we like production things. Okay, we for the concept, like you mentioned, is actually correct. We are in the productions line much more than just drawing things.
And
Like
another example would be, I think a lot of Malay students here would know, actually all of us Malaysian would know the Upin Ipin animators, right?
yes, exactly. Upin Ipin actually is one of the successful studio in Malaysia.
Mm.
Did you
They
guys? Yeah, yeah.
they
Oh,
basically turn this idea into animation, and then this animation they sell merchandises. So they don't just sell the cartoon itself, they actually sell sideline products that make them millions.
exactly true. You see, animation is actually not earning money.
Mm.
You have to believe that animation, you see, you put on YouTube, you just earn some Google ads and you can survive. And we made up with Upin Ipin boss, the founder, who just say the most earned money is the merchandising. We just print out the Upin Ipin on the textbook. He say it's just one textbook got one Upin Ipin logo over there. The next day he will be a millionaire. He just says like that. Oh my god! I would say, oh my god, you are the you are the one who inspire us. Exactly.
And obviously, before they reached that point, they needed animators, they needed drawing artists, they needed concept artists to make the idea come to life. And that idea is packaged into a brand, and that brand then is being sold to the public as a merchandise. I think that is one way of, like, if you are a student that is more entrepreneurialized, you have a bit more business sense. So it's not just that when you think of animators, you think concept artists, when you think of cartoonists, you always think of this otaku with sitting in their room with their Wacom tablet and whatnot. But then it's not just that. Sometimes you can develop into international properties like Upin and Impin today, right? I think, sir, you are muted right now. But anyways, also on that news, today it was on the news that a 3D artist, Malaysian-born 3D artist, just made $1.2 million by selling NFT. Now, what are NFT? NFT are non-fungible tokens. They are basically an asset online. By drawing things, they convert a piece of art, 3D art, or I don't know, illustration, concept art into a property online, and that piece is two pieces being sold separately together, amounting to 1.2 million. Now think of that.
Yes, it's always surprising us in Malaysia that not much people know about us. But in fact, like you say, it's correct because so many these kind of hidden things. And
Multiple ways to make money.
yes, exactly. So we are considered one of the small group of people that really love animations and 3D things. I think that's why not much people know about us. That's why our industry, I would say,
It's very hidden.
nobody fight with each other. We will try to
Ah,
help each other. That's why um, the industry is really booming. It grow really fast.
I think it's a
Yes.
very I think animation and all this kind of topic 3D rendering, all this are very collaborative social circles, right? Because you needed
Yes.
artists, and then when you have artists, you needed to have a 3D modeler. From 3D modeler, you need to have animators. Every step of the way, you need to collaborate with people. I think that is something. Even I think in your academy, you do promote this kind of teamwork. Am I right?
Sure. Because we have to teach our students to cooperate with each other. This is the first thing. I know nowadays young kids, a new generation, they like to SOP too much. But in the real world, or those with SOP, but using online. But you still need to communicate all the time because like brainstorm, be creative, be fun. You have to talk. You have to talk active sometimes.
Mm.
Yes.
Speaking of your academy,
Yep.
why don't I put myself in a position of a student and ask
All
you?
right.
So, doctor, let's say if I'm not a very good drawer, I've never been a good drawer. You know how in schools back then we always see there's one or two students that always draw in their textbook. I'm not one of those students. Can I still take your courses, make myself into a 3D artist?
Actually, yes.
Oh,
Probably I do a lot of statistics on my student list. Actually, for those who enroll in Undo, yeah, almost like 80 to 90% that got no base, they got no art base before.
mm,
So this is also surprising me that well I'll say sorry. This is not surprising me because I was don't know about art. I don't know drawing at all. So we want to send a message to all the students here is no matter you know art or don't know art, we will teach you from scratch. So that's why that's what just I mentioned in my video. Um, we learn from fundamental. The fundamental thing is the key to succeed, to bring out your skill up, and in the future you can use this skill to explore much more creative things.
and obviously in your academy, just now we saw a lot of Leng Chai, Leng Loi mentors, right, in your academy. And will they teach me one, not one to one, more like a hands-on basis? Because I know drawing can be very hands-on, obviously, but then
Practical. Yeah.
yes, practical. But then can I show them my artwork, and maybe because since that I'm not a very good drawer, can I just show them to me? Will they teach me on give me feedback? What are the collaboration between students and mentor?
Uh, exactly. When the enrolled student, especially when the class start, basically we will ask student, hey, do you guys got any previous art? Actually, you guys can pass to us, and then we can check it out for you. So how we will judge, not judge but evaluate. Oh, this is your skill until with, and we will continue to see how. But of course, actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you got art base or not because you will learn everything from another professional way.
Mm.
Like a lot of people, they like to draw manga, anime style. It doesn't matter as well because when you come to our school, you learn more for the Western side. We learn anatomy, we learn the face structure things. So once you get strong idea on that things, you can actually draw anything in the future.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if I'm a good drawer versus a bad drawer, will your academy treat me differently?
I would say we treat you as the same, okay? Because we only will evaluate on the piece of artwork because we can't just see, oh, this drawing is really good, so I treat you best and best. No, we don't do such thing, but we will see, hey, this artwork got problem inside. While we will spend much time for the student who need help, but so far this is what we are facing, and how to we communicate with students. So we try to help those who need help. But of course, the good student will give another task like, wow, this guy can draw really well. Why not we give him or give her much more intensive assignment, something like that.
Speaking of once we have assignment, at the end of your course, maybe we'll touch on the course a little bit later on. But at the end of the course, you mentioned that your academy partner with a lot of studios out there. Do I get to intern in any of those studios?
Actually, yes.
Ooh,
But for us, the internship is not a good thing. Haha.
why?
Let me just explain you why a student need intern. That means their skill is not par with them yet. That's why you need intern. So from undo, I always encourage my student, make sure you did a good job for your portfolio, for your assignment. When you just graduate, you just skip that internship. You just start to work. So I always tell my students, you got only two options. The first is an internship. Actually, it's not a good thing. That means, but the second choice is what we want. We want our student get job immediately, exactly as a professional 3D artist and 3D animator. So this is a price, right? Something different compared with others industry.
And what would you give us a little bit of hint as to maybe the lifestyle of an animator versus and 3D artist, whatever? Can you give us a hint of my job life is as a 3D artist?
Interesting, right? Yeah, you guys is really interested about how we living. Well, I would say we are still human being. We still have to pay a lot of bill. We still have to work hard, 9 to 5, sometimes more than that. Because if your work task is heavy, probably you need more time. But of course, I don't want to blame that OT things because a lot of people might confusing why you need to OT because of my boss asked me to do a lot of extra things. In our industry, it's different. We are talk about whether you finish or not finish. So it depends on the animator. They can finish their task on time or they can finish on earlier. So we don't have such. We do have a lot of timetable, but we do not have different kind of lifestyle. Say, yeah, we still the same. We still work out, working, and then we submit our work. It's like a designer. It's quite similar, I would say.
And speaking of lifestyle, yeah, because these days a lot of us are, surrounded by social medias. Would you think that, let's say I'm a good drawer and I'm a good animator, do you think I may be able to make my own branding through social media through using my artworks?
I would say, why not? I currently we got a fun artist. I think from Shopee, right? The Shopee they draw funny portrait.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
See that? I'm not doubt about how bad he's drawing, but the creative things, the creative how he's implement this idea into a Sharpie. I draw your face into funny things. You just give me $2.
Yeah. So, for students that don't know or wasn't aware of this, basically a few weeks ago there was this artist
Yes,
online, Malaysian artist. He draws sketches online,
yes,
and these sketches are not the most accurate sketches. They are funny in some ways, not
funny.
ugly.
Yes,
I wouldn't say ugly, but they are funny. They are funny. Okay, they are not ugly. So these funny artworks are being sold through Shopee's and sold to online shows, so online platform, and that is where he makes his buck during this pandemic. So you can still see that, hey, even during the pandemic, artists are still making money despite sitting at home. And speaking of sitting at home, sir, is it true that these days, basically 3D artists they actually have a very well work-life balance since they don't need to attend office that often and as compared to before?
actually, yes.
I
We
get
don't
to
need to.
sit at home and draw and get
Yes,
paid.
I I did a lot of meeting with my graduate student, my alumni. I say, hey, you guys work from home right now. How's it going? And then they just reply me, oh yeah, I tell you, I feel awesome. I don't need to go to take my MRT and take bus and drive and pay a lot of petrol. And say he enjoy. They enjoy work at home at the moment. That's why in this industry in Malaysia, mostly 99%, I guess they are work from home right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just now, let's talk a bit more about making money. Yeah, I know
Yep.
a lot of
Yep.
students
Yep.
they are more interested in making money. I know they are passionate about art, but at the end of the day, money, right? So
Yes.
just now, you in your presentation, you alluded that there's always side income. There's always path for side income. Can you
Mm.
discuss with us a little bit of a side income pathway. Let's say I'm a very independent person. I don't want to go to work with a certain firm, or I don't want to work with a corporation. What are the side incomes that I can make as a 3D artist or a digital artist?
Oh my God, you ask really good questions, and you ask the right person.
All right.
I I'm actually start from 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I was a fresh grad, and I work just a normal. I just work normally as a 3D artist, and I just be really initialized. I try to contact a lot of advertising company that time. I contact them. I tell them, yes, actually, I can work this kind of 3D things. Please give me a chance. I can do a lot of rendering and modeling things. And this is how I gain my working experience. So, and the money, I would say, is quite a lot. Let's say just one piece of artwork. You can actually charge, I mean 3D and not 2D, not concept art, yeah. You can actually charge 2,000 to 4,000 back to 12 years ago. So I'm the one who I worked for 2 years in my previous company, and then I just have a full-time freelancer that time. I, I would say every month, my income, I have to pay LHDN income tax quite a lot.
Okay.
Back to 12 years ago. And I can't type here, but probably 12 years ago, each month is more than 6,000 above and above.
Just as a freelance artist.
Just as a freelancer. Just as a
Wow.
freelancer.
Wow.
And that time, I got invited into different college to teach. And they're giving me quite a lot of
Recognition.
recognitions, and the salary is not small amount. So accumulate my freelance and my teaching salary. Actually, that's why RHDN have to look for me all the time.
CP Gal T asked a very good question as well. Is the highest recognition we can get is doctor, like Dr. Cheong here?
Actually, it's just a title. So I remember back to a few years ago, I got recommendations from a Hong Kong professor, and he looked for me. Hey, you got so many working experience. Why don't you take a course? Why not you take a PhD course? So I would think a lot. Hey, it's not cheap, have a doctor and PhD things. But ends up, I challenge myself, because a lot of people think as an artist, you're always an artist. You don't have a master degree. You don't have a PhD. I try to break that things off. So I would say I'm glad that the professor from Hong Kong, the Patrick Chua, he contact me, and he see my work. He say, you should go for it, man. You are the principal. You should go for it. And then you are the bright. You can help a lot of students in the future. So to answer CP goal, actually, if you want to become a teacher, or if you want to become a lecturer in the future, the higher title you got is better for you.
And
I would say.
And
Yeah.
you highlighted that a very good hint there, because just now you mentioned about teaching. I guess a lot of people also forget that once you are an artist, if you make a name by yourself, instead of making just as an artist, you can always be an educator, like what we have here, Dr. Cheong here. You can always be an educator in teaching the next generation, in making the best work that they can do. And in terms of entitlement, I think like Dr. Cheong mentioned that it's just a title. But the thing
It's
is,
just a title.
back then we always ask, as a Asian family, we all ask, let's say if you're good at badminton, you tell mom, hey mom, I want to play badminton, and then mom will be like, you badminton, you play until where? Can can eat money, can eat rice or not? Can find a bowl of rice or not? That meant that can you make money from that? And then see what we have today. We have Dato Wira Lee Chong Wei,
Lee Chong
the
Wei,
houseboy.
yes.
So
Yes.
he's a dato hero. That is
Yes.
his entitlement. That is his recognition. So
Yes.
if you have the passion for it, I think you can make a name by yourself as a 3D artist, like what we have today. Malaysia is on the news today because this young man made made banks 1.2 million with two pieces of digital art.
Artwork.
That two pieces only. I dare a lot of students, have you 60 over students here, I think one of you will be able to churn out artwork on a weekly basis, and that artwork may be worth millions in the future. And then you may put Malaysia on a digital pedestal that, the maybe the nation will, enlighten you or bestow you a good title in that, because you have committed, because you have contributed to our nation's name and reputation, right?
Yes, I would just totally agree with you, Melvin. Exactly. It is not so important that what kind of title, what kind of certifications you got, but it's how much contributions you want to give for the Malaysia. You want to give to the industry. This is the first things. That's why, even though if you don't, if the professor don't ask me for the doctorate things, well, I still can do the same thing. I still can contribute. I can teach a lot of students. But why I got such a move is as I want to tell a lot of people and tell all the parents, family, game and animations is not just a playful things. We are not play for work. We are a professional, like we spend a lot of time, we spend a lot of our knowledge into that artwork. All right. So yeah, I think this is a really cool topic that I talk to you, that much more people know about us.
uh
And
Speaking,
something to add on is sorry,
no worries.
something to add on is, I would say for the young new generations, um, you don't be afraid to chase your dream. This is the first thing. You don't be afraid that how to achieve your dream. You just go for it. Just chase for it. One day you will got it. Okay. I know a lot of parents might just don't do that. Don't do that. You can't eat that. You can't badminton, cannot eat rice. And actually, we need more time. I think we still need more time to educate not only the current generation. We need to educate the parents as well. Sometimes that's why I really love to share. Like when Sunny talked to me, hey, got school share, I would say, yeah, why not? Go for it. To this is a good thing to spread the message out, I would say. Yeah. So sorry about that.
No worries. I think like I agree with what you say. Like it's a passion. When you have passion in certain thing, you're able to make certain thing work. So least to say, if you have passion and then you work at it, maybe next day you might achieve what doctor have achieved today. And speaking of gaming, I think a lot of students will be also quite interested in maybe we just now heard Bandai, we just now heard Sony, we heard of AAA titles games like just now Last of Us, which is a Sony title, and then we also recently we have also booming games like Cyberpunk, Apex Legends, League of Legends, whatever. So there's a lot of really popular game AAA titles out there. Especially from abroad, will I get opportunities as a 3D not as a 3D but as a digital artist to work abroad?
Actually, yes. If the artists themselves got a really strong portfolio, anywhere needs you. So but actually the question is whether that company, whether that overseas company, let's say from New Zealand or Canada or from US, whether they want to hire you or not. I would say if you are in the right time, right positions, let's say the US, let's say the company lack of a strong animator, and then you are the one who contact them, you got communicate with them, you got a good portfolio, you can actually, you got a really high chance can work with them, I would say. But if you feel very conservative, I don't want to see people. I don't want to talk. I don't want to put my hour on art station. I don't want to put my hour on anywhere. I would say no chance. No chance. That's why to be a successful artist, you have to be famous. This is the key. Famous.
So I think the next natural question will be, does Undo Academy help present my artwork into a better platform? Since a lot of students, they start from nowhere,
Yes.
but I know Undo Academy has a lot of not high ranking, but highly reputed mentors and mentees, and even lecturers and professors. Will they be able to help me in terms of taking that one step higher so that people can notice me?
Yes, this is how we work. Sometimes we like to keep encourage our student. Hey, you try to make your artwork better and better. We will try to put into our platform. We put into our Instagram, our Facebook. This is how we promote them. But then you will ask, no, the students. Some students may say, yeah, this college use my artwork to promote themselves. Actually, it's not. What we post is actually help you guys a lot, a lot. This is why just now I mentioned that the Bandai Namco, they look for my student because we post their artwork on social media. And then my student, after they interview the successful join Bandai Namco, they call me, hey, Hoi. I say, what? He say, hey, thanks, Hoi, you helped me to put my artwork on your stage, put on your Facebook. This is how we work. The win-win situation. We let people know you. We let more Malaysians people know about us. This is how art communicate, I would say.
All
Yeah.
right. So, as a closing, do Dr. Cheong have anything else they want to let the students here know about Undo Academy? Maybe how long is the courses are?
Oh yeah. Our course is about only 2 years.
Only
2 years.
24 months.
24 months exactly.
Wow, that's a very short period. And just now you mentioned you don't have to intern, you straight work after 24 months, is it?
I'm not saying that you don't have intern. Depends on the situations. If let's say your artwork, your portfolio is good enough, actually you can skip. You can skip the internship. But like a studio, like I would say some company they use different kind of software. Okay, we are using Maya, but maybe some of it using like 3ds Max software. That maybe the student need to be internship like 1 or 2 months or the maximum 3 months.
Or probation, right?
Or probations.
All right.
Exactly.
So I hope I hope all the students here today, or we have quite a lot of inquiries and interaction. I really appreciate that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the chat. Because we still have a few minutes to go only. So I want to thank Doctor for sharing this session with us and giving us a very in-depth insight into the life of a digital artists, because digital artists includes animators, includes cartoonists, includes renderer, includes all that kind of stuff that you mentioned before.
Yes.
Now, but before we close today, again, thank you to Dr. Cheong and also the Undo Academy for bringing us this session today. Now,